Hello YouTube, this is the Bald Man building an airplane. Welcome back. Today we'll be working on the Firewall. So this is something that I was able to do some of while I was waiting on laser cut parts. There's a few laser cut parts in this piece, but on my airplane configuration they are non-critical. The thinnest piece of aluminum you see on the table there is like a stiffener that goes from the tunnel to a cover rib. It's just like an L shape. It's completely inconsequential, and it's not and it's not dimpled. It might be dimpled in one spot, but in any case, it's not a big deal. And then the other things are the tunnel itself. And since I am building a tailwheel aircraft, the tunnel actually does not provide much, if any, real structure. On a nose wheel, the tunnel actually mounts to the nose wheel brackets and provides quite a bit of rigidity for the nose gear. And the tunnel's the two big pieces I'm working on right here. It's just two big pieces that sort of go between the legs of the two passengers, the two pilots, whatever you want to say, pilot, passenger, I don't know, I don't care. The two people that sit in this airplane. It's just sort of like, where your exhaust comes out. Although on this plane, also, the exhaust actually won't be going through there because reasons. My engine choice actually has a dual exhaust, and the center section there just becomes a ramp for, let's see, the fuel pump goes in there, and then on the outside of the plane, or outside of the cabin, essentially, the it just becomes like a cowl flap. So yeah, so these two pieces were okay to use, so I went ahead and used them while I was waiting on the other parts. But there were several scratches in them from, like, I don't know, it's from like the way that I handled them or had them stacked or something. There were some pretty deep scratches. So I just decided to, scrape the hell out of them and clean up those scratches. You don't want those scratches to become cracks later on. So, all right. So with these, there's just a bunch of nut plates that attach to the top, because the top is an access panel where you can get to the fuel pump and the fuel lines that deliver from the fuel selector up to the firewall. And so we got to put nut plates on all those so that a panel can go on top there. And this is the other sort of, I think, the little mini cover rib things. So yeah, that's about that for the tunnel. As for the firewall, it's, I guess, we're building, we're pre-doing, prepping all of the parts. So like cutting apart the bigger aluminum pieces. They're all kind of stiffeners, I guess. Yeah. So more cutting those apart. Those big ones that I can't cut in the bandsaw, so we'll use the hacksaw real quick. Oh yeah, I primed them where I scuffed them up. So there's that. There's those little L pieces and the tunnel. The rest is big, hefty stuff. These are like minor pieces that sort of like trail behind the firewall. The firewall itself is made of, I think it's 304 stainless, and then when you get up to the front, it gets hefty stuff. So there's that big steel powder coated piece, and then all those stand up pieces that were just there. Like that's all like 63 thousandths bent aluminum. It gets very strong very fast because, well, the engine has to hang off of this. So it's good to have nice, strong, thick pieces. There's going to be a lot of additional channel aluminum stuff up there to add some rigidity. Plus the rest of the fuselage when it comes, when it comes together. Anyway, we're gonna just drill these out, or rather match drill, final drill, make sure everything's gonna fit, and then I think in the next video we'll get to riveting those nose gear braces on, even though I don't have a nose gear. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.